Hi, welcome back to Genesis Custom Sabers, and today I'm debuting this brand new custom commission that I've just recently completed. I was tasked to design and build a lightsaber for a Jedi librarian. And so I wanted something that initially to look at was a plain profile, but then upon further inspection had much more to it in regard to detail. Obviously you can see the etched pattern in the grip. And if you look, the emitter is patterned after a rose. So there's layers representing rose petals and different details in design that they give it a kind of a rose feel, but not, I didn't want to color it red or make it overtly rose, just kind of something subtle. I like to kind of work with subtle design cues. This video is going to serve as the instructional video for the new owner. This saber is being entitled the Archival Rose. In conjunction or in agreement with the new owner, work together on a name. I'm going to break down the operation of the saber. First and foremost, I'm going to show you basically how to use it. So with any of my sabers that are really high-end, Genesis Custom Sabers Elite, there's a kill key that covers a 2.1mm recharge port. Pull the kill key, you hear a boot up sound. You get light to the projection lens bar graph, which I'll show later, so you know the saber's active. You put in a blade, any standard 1-inch blade, and lock it in with the blade retention screw so that as you're swinging it around, it doesn't go flying through someone's window. Of course, a saber like this, I design all my sabers to be used, but being that this saber's got some really heavy detail in the crystal chassis, I'm going to certify this saber for medium dueling. So it can be dueled somewhat hard. Choreographed dueling would be fine, but I wouldn't use it for the hardest dueling, like full-on, full-contact dueling. And I'll show you why in a little while. But that's the design of this one. So the power button, activation button, you just tap it. Blade comes to life. This is a dedicated green saber, which means it's got a very bright green blade. And then tapping the auxiliary button, you can see the white flash on cloud. And of course, this is a Crystal Focus version 7.5, so it's got all the swing sounds and clash sounds that come with all the Crystal Focus 7 optimized sound fonts. Got I think 8 of my sound fonts on here, and some of the stock ones as well. So up to 12 sound fonts on the Crystal Focus 7.5. It's an exceptional sound card, top of the line. So yeah, that's how to operate the saber. Leg goes on, leg goes off. The auxiliary button. Of course, when it's off, you can hold the auxiliary button.
Sound bank selection.
Now you're in the menu. So toggle to different sound fonts. So I can select my Shoto sound font. Different sounds entirely. And so that's basically the operation of this saber. I will show you too that the bar graph acts as a projection lens. So when it's on, you'll see that it projects animations onto my hand or onto any surface. When I hold down the auxiliary button, I get the number of bars. So basically I've got, it looks like 6 bars out of a 7-bar bar graph, so the battery's almost full. So whenever it's in lockup mode, you're getting the battery status. So that's the feature of the projection lens. For operating the internals of this saber, basically with the kill key out, you never want to unscrew it with the kill key in, but with the kill key out, gripping the saber firmly, you can unscrew it from this seam here. So you'll see that the saber unscrews. If you were to do it with the kill key in, you could risk torquing and twisting this PVC chassis, which can be reset with this set screw and the red dot to make it line up so that the recharge port lines up. Of course, you'll see that you've got your Crystal Focus version 7.5, your onboard bar graph. If you wanted to make any changes to the sound fonts, insert the kill key, shutting off power to the saber, then use the magic implement, which is of course a pencil. Press into the SD card and you can see the SD card pops out. I use these, magnetized. I use these needle nose pliers You can pull out your SD card, insert that in your computer, make changes to the sound fonts if you wish. You can order new sound fonts from saberfont.com. If for whatever reason you drop it in, just reach in and pull it out, or you can dump it out. It's kind of like dropping your guitar pick inside the body of your acoustic guitar, which I've been known to do on occasion. You pop it in again, you hear that click. You want to test that everything's working. You get a boot up sound. It's great. If you get a series of loud beeps, that means something's not quite right, not quite formatted on the sound card properly. But anyways, that's how to operate that. Putting it back together again, obviously you pull out the kill key, carefully slide this together, and you slowly and carefully thread on the body of the Saber. You'll see that it lines up perfectly, the recharge port. Do want to show you one other feature of this Saber. When the screws are all in the body, it is certified for medium dueling. But right now it's in display mode. You notice that there's screws in this side of the etched body, and there's no screws in this side. Well, that's because, you see that little thumbnail print on the seam? It's got a crystal reveal. A magnetized door opens up, and you can see a very detailed crystal chassis. I'll probably show you a quick close-up video of that. I'm going to do a quick close-up of the etching panels and of the crystal reveal. So you get a look at the detail in the crystal chassis. You'll notice that all the wires are run through those brass tubes. So there's no visible wires. So it's gold-plated and brass fittings inside the crystal chassis. And I used a gunmetal gray powder coating on the inside of the body here, which is the same as the power button, just to make things match and line up. And that is, of course, a genuine quartz crystal. I believe it's a Tibetan quartz crystal. And it is illuminated with the green switch. When it's not illuminated, with the kill key in, you can just see the dormant quartz crystal there, and the magnetic clasp. Now with that, obviously in standby, the crystal is pulsing, activated. The green crystal mirrors the blade effects. It goes back into pulse when it's in standby. So this is display mode. Now I used watch pins to make a hinge here, so it's a very fragile hinge. When it's screwed in, it's very durable and really solid. But the little magnetic screw isn't enough, or little magnetic clasp isn't enough to hold it in there. So this would be great for hanging on your belt, or if you wanted to pick up a little stand similar to this from a custom Saber shop, and you wanted to put it in display mode, you can just sit it on your shelf like that, and have the crystal going off. So this is display mode, and it's not suitable for dueling in display mode. I'm going to specify this for warranty purposes. Do not duel in display mode with the screws out. If you want to duel with it, it must be in dueling mode or fighting mode. Oops. So the Allen key will come supplied, and the screws will come supplied. Basically, you screw in 2 screws. I'm only going to do one right here. And you notice I'm using the Allen key this way. That's a great way to control your torque. Using it this way, you can put much too much force on your screws, so you don't want to do that. You don't need to do that. Just finger tight like that. Once both screws are in, this will be really solid for dueling. And again, with a Crystal Focus 7.5, you've got all kinds of features that I'm not demonstrating here. You've got swing sounds, clash sounds, 16 of each. You've got stab sounds, the rotating spin sounds. It really is an amazing sound card. So I hope the new user really enjoys this Saber. I've really enjoyed building it. Thanks again for watching.